performance. Can you just kind of walk us through how you approached the match today?
Yeah, I just kind of approached it. I mean, obviously I was super motivated today to get the win. And I just kind of approached it just playing free. I feel like with playing in a home crowd is you either can get nervous playing in front of your family, friends, or embrace it. And I think today I embraced it.
Okay, we'll open up for questions in the front row in red.
Congrats, Coco.
Thanks.
Alan from Tennis Virtual. My question is, when you are losing in a match, what do you focus on to keep going?
Just fighting for every point. I mean, she's a tough player. She's going to make a lot of balls back in the court. So I was just focused on trying to hit the ball deep in the court and over the net.
Thank you.
Coco, you play with a lot of confidence and composure, right? Especially in the last game. What would you attribute that to?
Just my training. I feel like when you practice hard, you know that you're prepared for the pressure situations. So I feel like I've been practicing really hard. So I'm comfortable and confident in my game.
And follow-up, I spoke with your dad, right? And
Yes.
he gets pretty nervous. And he told that to me, along with your mom as well. Does that run across your mind when you're playing about having that many stand?
No. I mean, I don't care if they're nervous. Too bad. It's not my problem. I mean, as many matches as they've seen, they probably, I don't know. My mom, she's always like this. Like, she's never looking at the match. And then my dad's like, I can't even watch matches with him. I was watching my friend play Chris. And like, I was like, I can't sit next to you watching matches. I mean, I don't really look at him when I'm on the court, but I would never sit next to him to watch another tennis match ever again.
Coco, you've seen such an upheaval in the top of the women's game for the last year. I think 8 of the top 10 are not in it this year. Retirements, injuries, mental issues. What does that tell you about the game right now, and maybe how open it is?
I mean, I feel like everybody's dealing with something, and for me, I think it's more important for whatever's going on with that player for them to take time for themselves. I feel like there's more of a, not movement, but kind of people are okay with taking time for themselves, and I think that's great. I think that as an athlete, we shouldn't always have to play, even if we don't feel 100% mentally or physically. So I think that about the game, I think that just tells that more athletes and more tennis players, I should say, are okay with maybe taking some time off for themselves and focusing on themselves, and in the future, they'll come back stronger.
And a quick follow. You see also the Williamses are gone, Wozniacki retired, Barty retired. So the dominant players are kind of gone right now. Does that create more of an opening for young players like you?
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's definitely, I guess the game is going through kind of a shift right now on both sides, the women and male side of young players coming up. So I would say there is definitely a generational shift happening right now. And yeah, I'm glad that I'm a part of it.
Thank you.
Speaking of the shift, do you feel a shift personally in your game that you are ready maybe to take the next step at a Grand Slam this year? And what kind of differences in that way do you feel within yourself this year as compared to last maybe?
I feel like for me, I mean, definitely I feel like I can go far in slams. I think for me it's more of a mental thing. When am I mentally matured enough to win one? I feel like I have all the physical attributes and, the game and everything. And I think that's kind of like a lot of the players on tour. We're all pretty physically fit. We all have big serves or big forehands or some type of weapon that helps us win matches. And I think really what sets the other players apart or the Grand Slam champions apart from the rest is probably their mentality. And so I'm hoping and been working on trying to being mentally mature to make it far in slams and hopefully win one.
I want to follow up with that. Naomi mentioned the other day that she was motivated because she overheard an analyst pick against her in this tournament. Is there anything ever like that motivates you? Anything that you kind of teach yourself to give yourself motivation for specific tournaments?
I mean, yeah, for me, definitely. I mean, people say you can't do something, it definitely makes you more motivated, at least in my opinion. But yeah, I don't really watch when my matches with commentating on all the time. And during tournaments, I try not to like go on like certain platforms that you know you're gonna probably see people say, "Oh, you can't do this, do that." So yeah, I kind of try to stay away from it.
Any other questions?
Just want to just how,
Sorry, go for it.
how do you deal with losses though? Because you've lost some matches. After the game, what do you do to recoup?
I mean, with losses, I mean, each loss is different. I would say some probably hurt more than others. But after a match, I mean, I kind of just try to think about it a little bit. I'm the type I'll probably think about the match maybe 2 or 3 days after the loss. I'm very emotional afterwards, so I kind of just want to sit in my room and watch TikTok or Netflix or something to keep my mind off of it. And then obviously I'll go back and watch the match and try to figure out what my mistakes were a couple days later.
All right.
Thank you.
Everyone.
Thank you.